With your setup itself and the schedule and the actual consistency of what you're saying, you're creating a lifestyle versus just a quick fix.
Yeah,
For most people I've seen, especially in Miami, they'll do a big one on crypto, 100K, 200K. All right, I'm gonna go ball out. They go buy a car, go buy some jewelry, go to the club. Before you know it, the money's gone.
Yeah.
And there's no return on that because it's over. Versus here's a schedule for you waking up every single day for your lifestyle, and it's where to invest.
Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing. That's why I said we don't want to increase our standard of living, right? Because it's lifestyle inflation will eat the profits. You won't have nothing to invest, right? And that's going to take discipline, right? But here's the thing. What you said is super true, because what people don't tell you is the more successful you become, the more disciplined you should be. Because for example, if you're driving slow, you might have one hand out the window, one arm out the window, motherfucking driving with your finger, smoking. You can smoke a blunt, eat food. You can do all types of shit if you're driving slow. But you fucking start driving like 100 miles an hour, you got to focus. Motherfuckers might turn the radio down if they start driving real fast. You seen it? Because that's what success is like.
Yo, that's so true.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yeah.
You're in a car moving fast. Why you turn the music down? I gotta focus, nigga.
You gotta focus. No, for real. So like, success is that same way, right? Because imagine, all right? Let's say you knew the average asshole, if he just woke up one day and he was a fucking multi-millionaire living in downtown Manhattan, let's say he was like 6'2", single-digit body fat, super ripped, millions of followers on, million Instagram followers and shit. Do you think that motherfucker would have an alarm for him to go to sleep at 9:30?
No.
Nah. What would he be doing?
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Strippers and I don't know. Midgets.
Yeah. All types.
Something.
Yup. I was thinking the same
Sounds
thing.
crazy, but nigga, that's just true.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? You see, you better watch this motherfucker. Okay.
But let's just say there were some parties that weren't Diddy parties that I didn't go to. Continue.
Fresh?
Yeah. And but it's like, no, this nigga be all fucked up and he might have a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah.
He might have fucking some STDs. He might really fuck his life up.
Yeah.
Like, because he's lack of discipline. Right, you have to be more disciplined when you get to that level, right?
You look at the rappers and athletes when they lose it all, right? Like that's a perfect example of like you get the money and you refuse to turn the music down while you're speeding in life.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's straight. They lose it all, or like motherfucker might get famous off a podcast, and then like some Asian chick is trying to say she got you a baby, and we all think you about to have a kung fu baby. I'm over here thinking that I'm about to have a little nephew that is gonna teach me karate. I was excited about that. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what he's talking about.
I'm just saying these are the things that can happen if you lose your discipline. These are the things that can. These are hypotheticals.
Sounds familiar.
Hey, Brandon.
These are hypotheticals.
Watch it, bro. You in my studio, nigga. Hey, man. I'm in the gym now, nigga. I'm getting feisty, nigga.
No, I'm fucking with you.
This nigga, bro.
No, this is my nigga, man. I'm fucking with you. That's just a joke.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? No, but seriously.
No. Hold on. Can I be real here?
Yeah.
Okay, audience, listen. He's
Be
striking a
real
joke
here.
But this is real shit. So, I was living that lifestyle, man, where I was with rappers, I was with the ball players, going out with them. And you know what? I kind of indulge a little bit too much sometimes, too, because I was with them.
That's real shit, man.
I did dumb shit, bought the big-ass chains, all that shit. Obviously, it was marketing, too, for the
Yeah, I understood that. I never clowned you for that.
But my plan was to always get out of it. But I realized, like, being in that world, that, like, it don't mean shit, bro.
Yeah.
All the, like, lifestyle and shit doesn't mean anything. And honestly, like, you do it for other people.
Yeah.
For you really need that shit. You really don't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I think that whole, like, setup of, like, keeping up with the Joneses is a lie. Like, you don't need that shit. The designer, all the stuff, it's a luxury. Every now and then it's cool, but, like, buying it just to show off,
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to
every now and then
to take pride in your appearance, for sure. And if you here's the thing though, if your assets pay for that shit, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
after the fact.
Yeah. If your assets pay for it, like my shit is all from my assets. Right. So I don't spend money I work for. Right. So this, again, it may sound odd for me to say, hey man, don't inflate your lifestyle, but don't do that shit until your assets can pay for it. Because then when let's say you spend money on some assets, right? You know, real estate, stocks that are paying dividends or something, and then those assets give you money. If you use the money to buy the dumb shit, it doesn't matter. You can keep doing it because you still got the principal of the money you put in here.
Yeah.
You know, so you work, put the money in the assets. It's classic like Rich Dad Poor Dad, man. Robert Kiyosaki shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Kiyosaki. And
Nani?
and what we do is what we do. But then it's okay. Right? Then it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's like if you're working to buy that shit, then it's like, my nigga, fuck you doing? You know, then you fucking up. Because that's how you end up like the guy you mentioned before. Like his parties and all the other shit's gone. Nah, man, if he would have put that shit in assets, had the assets pay for the shit. But this is why we got to work 80 hours a week and invest the difference for a few years so we can have assets that pay for our lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to work to pay for your lifestyle. You work to pay for assets, and the assets pay for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Well said.
No, and I think people grossly underestimate how, because look, I always give the analogy, you need roughly, if you want to make 10K a month passively, you're going to need to control, depending on, and this is a very wide variance, but somewhere between 3 to 10 million, probably closer to the 3 to 5 million range of real estate.
Yeah, or
right?
at least get control.
Yeah, you need to control it, which means, you know, maybe you have a loan on it, whatever it may be, but to make 10,000 a month passively through real estate, you need to control that much value of real estate, which that's a lot, guys. You're going to have to work a lot to make that money. But then now, if you work really hard now, put that money in, control the asset, then you could get that dividend back, and then you don't have to work as hard.
And to control $10 million, you said $10 million of real estate, that'll fucking run you, what, fucking 200K? Like with down payments?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because see, and that's why it's such a wide variance.
Depends
on what you're buying. Depends on how many tenants you got. All this stuff. That's why it's so wide. Because people are like, Myron, 3 to 10 million is a big range. That is true. But I'm giving you guys the range of this is the amount of real estate you need to control typically.
But you only
to
need
make that 10.
You need a few $100,000 to control that much, though, right?
Yeah.
A few $100,000.
Yeah, a few $100,000 to control that much.
And then you can control that much.
Yes.
Right? So I'm just saying.
Because you're only putting 20 to 25% down on each house.
So you're saying grind for now.
Yes.
The 80 hours, get that money, and then you're going to be good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You know, when real estate is the safest investment. Real estate is one of the safest investments, right?
Yeah.
But it's super slow. It's slow.
Very slow.
And it's expensive to make big money. Stocks, crypto, any asshole can buy stock in crypto right now. But, you know, it's going to have ups and downs. And
extremely volatile.
And it's not all of it gives a dividend.
Yeah.
Right? You know, there's different things you can do with at least with the stock market. You can sell, if you own a stock, you can sell cash secure you can sell cash secure puts to enter a stock, or if you own one, you can sell covered calls. That's something I do a lot, where you can make money off your stock, but I don't want to get into that. It's still riskier than real estate.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, you can get that equity can skyrocket. Where real estate equity may not skyrocket, but it'll pay out every month.
Yep.
You know, the biggest return on investment, but it's also the riskiest, is your own business.
Of course.
That's where you're going to make the biggest returns most of the time, right? Most of the time. These next 4 years, I think, is maybe something different, right? It may be, but you still need a lot of money. So the fastest way to make money is always your own business if it works, but it's the riskiest, right? So you got to really make sure you know what you're doing if you're going to do your own business. You know?
And I also want to like kind of bring to people's attention that like you don't have to be an entrepreneur, guys. Like, you know, that people sell this whole laptop lifestyle. Like if you got a high income skill, you're making 100,000 plus a year. You could, it'll take longer, but you could take that money and put into assets. You might not be able to aggressively invest like someone that makes more money and has their own business, but you can absolutely become financially free from working a 9 to 5 too.
And live a good lifestyle, by the way.
Live a good lifestyle. Because everyone thinks that, I need to be an entrepreneur. No. Let's say you're making 150K per year. You put money into, you save for a year or two, and you buy your first real estate property. Now that first real estate property, you can leverage that to get your next or use it to get other assets. So it's slower, but you can absolutely become rich doing a 9 to 5 if you invest properly. You just have to be even more disciplined with investing.
And that's the thing. If you're not disciplined now, if you get successful, the temptations are bigger, right? The temptations are more tempting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I get calls like, yo, man, you want to come to the Heat game? We got courtside tickets. And I'm like, I gotta do some shit. You know? Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm saying no to. Y'all saying no to fucking Call of Duty, motherfucking weed smoking sessions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't say no to that, then when you get successful, how you gonna say no to the fucking shit?
That's why so many.
You know?
That's facts, though.
That's why so many people that like become rich young end up having drug problems and alcohol problems. It's because they didn't build the prerequisite discipline, early on in life to be able to say no and abstain from this crap. So then when they do get the money, they don't have that backset to be like, no, I'm not gonna just drink, booze or whatever.
Also, to your point about gym, if you go to the gym, you kind of say no by default. You're tired, you worked out, you're like already fatigued.
You don't want your results to go out the window.
Exactly. That's been home a lot too.
Discipline is important. We're going to talk about discipline in a minute. Discipline is important. It's a great skill to have. And we're going to talk about how to build some more discipline, how to be more resilient. But it's better, to your point, to put yourself in a position where you don't need discipline. You get what I'm saying? So like for example, anything you want to abstain from, it's better to, for example, before I went keto, one of my favorite foods was ice cream. I was like, if I got some ice cream, I eat all that shit, right? So, I just don't have ice cream in the crib. I can still get it, but what I've done is I've added friction.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right? So the more friction you place in between the things you're trying to abstain from, the less discipline you actually need, right? Because discipline is, you don't want to waste your discipline on shit you don't have to.
Good point.
You want to save it for when you really need it,
I'm tired, I got to get up and do something and work. You don't want to have to waste that mental reserve energy on, I got ice cream in the crib, let me go ahead and like abstain from it.
I can still get it, right? I can fucking
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, an immigrant to come bring the shit to me, it's all good. Right? But no, I mean that in a good way, man. They're hardworking people. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the homie.
Yeah. Fresh. 1. Yeah, fresh one.
They're hardworking people, man.
A fresh one.
You know what I'm saying?
Fresh ice cream cone,
They'll come bring the shit, right? But it's more friction, right? And the more friction that you put in between you and the thing you're trying to abstain from, the easier it is to abstain from it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and then anything you want to do more of, you decrease the friction.